All right, so now we're in the Chalk Talk portion of our segment with Markel. Markel, just to give you a quick background of everything this section is going to break down. We got the preseason, so we're going to go into the bio, where you from, where you work, and then one aspect of working in sports do you appreciate the most?
My name is Markel Leonard. I'm from Richmond, California. I work at the NCAA in the Men's Basketball Championships Department. One thing I appreciate most about working in sports are the people. The people that you meet in this industry they're really great. They really want to help you. They want to mentor you and show you the ropes. You'll meet a lot of great people along the way if you work really hard.
All right, so now we're going into the training days portion of the Talk, and this is basically like your early years, high school, college. The question that we're asking in this one is, when you were younger, what did you want to do for a career? And then when you were in that stages, were you spending more time playing or watching? And then what was that first break into the sports industry when you kind of figured out that it was a career inside of it? So this is like high school, college age. So go back into that mindset.
Growing up, I really wanted to be the next Stuart Scott. So I thought I was going to be an ESPN anchor, or I thought I was going to be the next Allen Iverson. So I really wanted to be a ESPN anchor or a professional basketball player. I spent most of my time playing. I was outside playing basketball, trying to hone my skills to make it to the NBA. And my first shot at the sports industry was going to ASU's Sports Law and Business program. That graduate program really gave me my first chance at showing my value and my worth in the sports industry, and I'm forever grateful.
So now we're in like the regular season. So now we're how in your day-to-day role, pretty much what you're doing now to further your career. So with these, it's just going to be, if a student was to shadow your day, what would they see you doing when you're at the NCAA? Two aspects that are most satisfying to you in your current role, and then one skill that has helped you succeed most in your professional career.
If one of you were able to come shadow me at the NCAA's national office, you would see my day-to-day looks like a lot of planning meetings. And what I mean by that is that with the men's basketball staff, we plan the Final Four and the NCAA tournament. So we have to plan, how the teams are going to arrive, what hotels they're going to stay in, how our security measures are going to be, what the music festival is going to look like, and how we're going to collaborate with Turner Sports on that, and Capital One and all of our corporate partners and things of that sort. We plan all of those things out as a men's basketball staff for the NCAA tournament. We also plan other events like the student athlete brunch and other events for sponsors and things of that sort at the Final Four. So that's a lot of what our days consist of, trying to figure out how we can run this event as smoothly as possible for players, coaches, and families and fans that all attend our event. Two satisfying aspects of my job is seeing this major event come together, because we spend so much time year-round planning it and trying to make it fun and trying to make it such a great time for everyone worldwide, and seeing it come together is such a satisfying feeling. The different spaces that I'm able to be in, whether it's talking with people from shoe companies on how to figure out the college basketball academy, or talking with people from the NBA or different colleges, or even the grassroots scene. I was in a lot of different spaces during my internship, and it was a great time, and it was a blessing. A skill that I would say that got me into the position that I'm in, or a skill that you guys should work on, is your curiosity or your persistence. Those two skills really catapulted me or got me into the position that I'm in today.
All right, so now we are in the playoffs. And this thing off is game 7.
Game 7.
And we need a W.
And a bucket.
All right. So you used to this. You got the ball. What position you playing?
Point guard.
Oh yeah, you got the ball already, so it's time to end the game off, brother. All right, so with this portion, we are talking about advice. Go back to and tell your high school self one piece of advice, what would you tell yourself? And then after attending this camp, what's one thing students can do to prepare themselves to be in your position one day?
One piece of advice for you all that I wish I would have received in high school or college, start thinking about who you are right now. When I was in you guys' shoes, all I cared about was shooting jump shots and crossing people over. So I would say start thinking about who you are right now. Besides, if you play a sport, start thinking about who you are outside of your sport. Try to be more than an athlete, or start thinking about what you really like outside of your primary hobbies. Do you like to write? Do you like to market? Do you like to public speak? Do you like to sell? Start thinking about other things that you can do, because there's lots of different opportunities and lots of different spaces in sports, and start really researching all the different spaces and things in sports, and reaching out to different folks in the industry and kind of having those informational interviews on what they do, and see if you really like those spaces. After the Sports Biz Camps, I would say if you really had a liking for someone in one of these videos, reach out to them. If you saw something in them or you related to them in a certain way, reach out to them, ask them a question, build a relationship. This business and this industry is all about relationships. I'm pretty sure these people in this video are really nice people. I'm a really nice person. Reach out. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Ask them how they got to the point that they're in. And I'm sure they'll be willing to help you. And don't be afraid to be curious, be persistent, and have fun. It's a long journey, but it's a fun one.
You have concluded your interview with Markel. I thank you, Markel, for taking the time out today to host this Chalk Talk session with us. I know the students are really going to benefit from this.